Now is the time to create the solid geometry within our family. First, let's create the door frame. To create the door frame, it will be most comfortable to use the sweep tool. The sweep allows us to draw a closed profile and drag it along a given path. Let's see how it works. We will build the path in the elevation view. To do this, go to the back elevation. In order for the door frame to be immediately located in the right place, we will set the work plane. I will select the reference plane Reveal Depth as the work one and click OK. Now we can activate the sweep command. Like other 3D objects within the family editor, the sweep geometry is drawn in the sketch mode. When we are in the sweep sketch mode, we need to build a path and then a profile. We can construct the path in two different ways: by selecting ready-made objects, the Pick Path command, or by building it manually, the Sketch Path command. There are no suitable lines in model space that I could choose for building a path. So let's draw it ourselves. Choose the Sketch Path command. We are now in the Path Sketch mode, which is open inside of the Sweep Sketch mode. Pay attention to the name of the tab on the Revit ribbon. Modify, Sweep, Sketch Path. Sweep is our first sketch mode, and we've opened the second one inside of it. So let's start building the path. I will use the Pick Lines command and put the Lock checkbox. I will indicate the left reference plane, then the top, and then the right ones. All our sketch lines immediately received locks that indicate their relationship to the reference planes. The main rule for constructing a path is that it must be continuous. That is, protruding ends will interfere with us. Let's combine them. For this, we will use the trim command. Now we have the correct path from the point of view of Revit, but it is not quite proper from the point of view of the family configuration, because it starts below the reference level, and we need the door frame to start from there. Let's use the Align command to fix this problem. I click on the reference level, then on the point at the end of the path line. I will close the lock to link the end of this line to the reference level. I will do the same for the second line. Note that there has been formed a short line on the first segment of the path, perpendicular to it. It's not a coincidence that when we build a path, such an object is always formed on its first segment. And this is, in fact, a work plane for building a profile. It's important to place the path so that we can then choose a comfortable view to form the profile. In this case, it will be a floor plan, because its plane is parallel to this profile construction plane. For example, we cannot build a profile on the elevation views, in this case, since any elevation is perpendicular to this plane, and the profile is a 2D sketch, and, under these conditions, it will be projected into a line. If we wanted to build a profile on the elevation view, we need start building the path from this segment. Then the profile construction plane would be perpendicular to it, and accordingly parallel to the right and left elevations. In general, I am fine with the floor plan, so let's finish the path building. We are back in the Sweep Sketch mode. Now we need to build a profile. To create a profile, we have several options. Select Profile, Edit Profile, or Load Profile. Select Profile will allow you to select a ready-made profile family from the drop-down list. If such is loaded into the file of our door family, we don't have it. The Edit Profile command assumes drawing a profile manually. And finally, the Load Profile option will allow you to select a ready-made profile family if it's saved as a separate file, load it into our family, and then select one of the profile types in order to stretch it along the path. We haven't created or downloaded such families, so this option will not work for us. We will create a profile by Sketch. We are in a view that is not good for building a profile. As we already know, the work plane of a suitable view must be parallel to the plane of the profile construction. And there are two such views in our project. This is the ceiling plan and the floor plan that are linked to the reference level. And we can also use a 3D views. Select the floor plan and press the Open View button. Revit opens the appropriate view. The center of our work plane is specified here. The profile will stretch along the path relative to it. Let's also pay attention to the name of the tab on the Revit ribbon. Modify, Sweep, Edit Profile. Again, we are in one sketch mode that is inside of another one. Drawing tools are available for us. Let's make our profile rectangular. I will form an arbitrary rectangle not far from the center of the work plane. And then set the bindings of the sketch lines to the reference planes using dimensions. I will snap the first side of the rectangle to the parallel reference plane. I'll do the same for the second one. Select these two sizes using Ctrl button. And assign a parameter to them, which I will call gap. This will be a type parameter. I will add this parameter to the other group. I need these just to structure the parameters, so that there are not too many of them within one group, and it would be easy to find the one you need. I will click OK. And add extra dimensions to define the door frame width and thickness. We don't have such parameters, so we also have to create them. The general idea behind parameterization is that all sketch lines must be associated with their reference planes. Now, we have two sides of the rectangle connected to them through the gap parameter, and the opposite sides are already connected to these sides through the door frame width and door frame thickness parameters. Thus, all the lines of the profile sketch have a direct or indirect connection with the reference planes. That is, when the position of the reference planes changes, the sides of the rectangle connected to them through the gap parameter will move, and two other sides will be put after them. This is the effect you want to achieve when you sketch any geometric shape of the parametric family. Changing the position of the reference planes can be caused, for example, by altering the value of the width parameter. In this case, the leftmost and rightmost reference planes will shift from their current location. The path sketch lines of our sweep geometry, as well as the construction plane of the profile, are attached to them. Accordingly, the path sketch will move, the profile construction plane will move, followed by the profile sketch lines. If one of the lines didn't have a binding to the reference planes, it would stay in its position despite any changes, and the dimensions of the door frame would change every time the width or height of the door opening will change. But now, everything is connected correctly. Click on the checkbox. The profile is ready. The path is ready too. Now click on the checkbox to complete the entire sweep geometry. We will see that the door frame has formed, its profile stretched along the path. Let's go to the 3D view. All the geometry will be displayed more clearly here. Let's try to change the parameter values. Gap will be 10 mm. Door frame thickness and door frame width are 100 mm each. And I also move these parameters to the other group. The geometry has been rearranged. Let's save our family.